In this video, we're going to talk about what to expect when buying a house and the process of making an offer. So you've probably already watched the first couple of videos on getting pre-approved and shopping for homes. Well, let's say you found the home and you'll know it when you see it. When you walk in, you will know it when you see it. I ask all of my clients, did you know? And it may be, they may have cried a day before because they're so frustrated in the process of finding the home for them. But then the next day, they go through the house and fall in love. And then I'll say, now, see, did you know that it was yours? And they always say, yes, I knew it when I saw it. So that is something to keep in mind that I promise you, you will know your house when you see it. So let's say you found your house and you're in love and you want to make an offer. So the first thing we want to do is we want to review the seller disclosure. Every seller is required by law to fill out a seller disclosure, and they're also required by law to disclose any and all material defects. A material defect could range from leak in the plumbing once upon a time that they had fixed to a wet basement or a leak in the roof, whether or not the problem is still there or whether or not they fixed it. They're required to disclose any and all material defects to the best of their knowledge. And so I'll look at the disclosure and send you a copy so that you have a full understanding of everything that the seller is disclosing. Now, it's possible that the seller may not be forthcoming, whether they didn't understand what needed to be disclosed, or maybe they're a liar. I don't know. But that's why a couple of videos from now, we're going to talk about the value of a home inspection. So you have opportunity to due diligence to make sure that your best interests are covered. But at this stage of the game, we're just reviewing the disclosures. Then, with all of the information that you have, we'll make an offer. But you might be wondering, how do I know what price to offer? And that's a great question. So we know what the seller is offering the house for with the listing price. I will run some numbers and tell you what I would list the house for if I was going to list it for sale. So that would be the market value. And that would be me looking at comparable properties that have sold that are similar size within a similar area within a fairly recent period of time. And that's going to give you the information that you need to know where fair market value would be. And then you can just pluck a number from the sky and say, I want to offer them this. If fair market value is 200,000 and you want to offer them 100,000, that is going to be an uphill battle and it is unlikely to go in your favor. So if a house is priced right and they know it's priced right and there's nothing terribly wrong with it, then depending on the market, and this is all the stuff that we're going to talk about when it's time to make an offer. But if the market is incredibly competitive, then I'm going to offer you a strategy to win in that market. If the market for this house is not terribly competitive, and maybe it's been on the market for a while, and it doesn't look like there are any other buyers interested in the property, then maybe we could get you a deal. 50% off, probably not happening. But we could go in a little bit lower than market value and see how the seller will negotiate. And then the ball is in their court. So let's say you offered them $25,000 less than list price. And maybe you know that's kind of low, but you just want to see what they're going to say. So the seller might say, let me tell you where to take this offer. And that's their right. They can do that. At which point, then we can say, just kidding, here's another offer for you. So people have a tendency to be emotional and just know upfront that if you're giving a low offer, that they might get mad or have hurt feelings and they may react in kind for that. And so we'll just strategize on how to handle that situation. And so then they might say, well, no, I don't want to sell it for 25,000 less, but I'll take $10,000 off. So now you're only separated by $15,000. So that's their counter offer, giving you $10,000 off. And so now we get to counter offer them back. And so maybe Maybe you want to come up another $10,000. And so then we're $5,000 apart. And so we just go back and forth until everyone is happy with the price and the terms. And so the terms would be earnest money, your inspection, closing date, possession date, and we'll cover all of those in future videos, but that's essentially what terms are. They're the terms of the deal in addition to the price. And so then once everybody is in agreement on the price and the terms, then you're going to go under contract. So we're going to sign off on all of the paperwork, and most of it is handled. I mean, I would say that 99.9% of our transactions are all signed online using our software called Loop. And it is entirely possible that we would have to meet in person to sign if we wanted to do it the old-fashioned way. But just so you know, more than likely you'll be signing in the comfort of your own home. You can be in your pajamas, laying in bed, whatever you want, and you can sign on your phone, your iPad, your computer, whatever is most convenient for you. But then once everything is signed by you and by the seller, then we're going to have an executed contract. And at that point, I'm going to send you an email with your next steps. And so your next steps are going to include basically your to-do list of everything that's to happen next. And part of that is paying your earnest money, which is going to be our next video topic, and scheduling your home inspection, video after that. Contacting your insurance agent for homeowners insurance. And if you don't have a guy, I've got a guy and he's great. And everything that you can expect next is going to be in that next steps email. In a nutshell, is the process of writing an offer. Now, you might be thinking, gosh, what all is involved in that contract for writing the offer? And there is a lot involved. And I think I should make a separate video of what is in the contract. And usually I do that. If you're writing an offer with me, then I'm going to fill out all the offer paperwork on my end, and then I'm going to send you a Loom video going over each section of the contract because, well, this is adult stuff and adulting is hard, and it's nice to understand what sections of the contract, what each section means, what you're signing off on. A lot of people don't read. They can read, they just don't read the contract. And so that paperwork is signed and sent back to me right away. So I like to send a Loom video. It's like a screen share video of my screen going over each section and sharing with you the highlights of what you need to know so that at least you have an overview of what to expect if you choose not to read the contract. I do encourage everybody read the contract because adulting. And then if you have any questions, of course, I'm here to answer. And yeah, so in a nutshell, that's all it is to make an offer and get yourself under contract. And let's move on to the next steps. So I'm pretty sure I forgot to say at the beginning of this video, but my name is Heather Wright. I'm a real estate agent in the Greater Des Moines area. And if you are looking for an agent to help you buy or sell real estate in Des Moines, I would love the opportunity to chat with you and see if we're a good fit. Maybe somebody on my team would be able to help you as well. Let's get to it, into the next steps on everything that's involved once you're under contract when buying a house. I'll talk to you soon.